Welcome to the Merch Minds podcast, where we discuss everything about the Merch by Amazon business and the print-on-demand industry. Here are your hosts, Glen and Yong.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Merch Minds podcast, episode number 26. My name is Glen. I have a YouTube channel called Hustler Hacks, and I sell a bunch of stuff on a bunch of different platforms. And this is Yong.
Hello, sir. Yeah, man, I'm in the same boat as you. I do a lot of merch by Amazon, and many of you guys know me through the reselling community as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, they might have heard of you before, maybe. I mean, 26 episodes in already.
They might have. I don't know. I mean, you're definitely the man who has a lot of followers, you know, because you're putting out good content, and that's what people like.
Well, I try. But thanks for that.
Me, you know, I like to just bitch every time I get on this damn podcast. I bitch about something. It's all in good fun, though. It's all in good fun.
So, before we start the show, episode number 26, which, like I said, already 26 in. I really liked episode 25. I thought that one was awesome. A good one today. And episode 26 is sponsored by Merch Candy. So they're a design agency that offers professional quality shirt design for only $10 a design. You don't have to worry about coming up with niche ideas because all their designs are niche researched, ready to go, ready to be uploaded onto any print-on-demand marketplace, including your very own Merch by Amazon. So if you want to give them a try, head over to merchcandy.com/merchminds and you'll get 2 free designs when you sign up. So that's merchcandy.com/merchminds for your special offer. Go to that today.
That sounds like a deal. Sounds like a deal,
yes,
man.
Sir. It is.
Cool, man.
So this episode, well, we'll probably get into who we're going to be talking to, but we always got to start off with the numbers.
Of course.
And we talked earlier this week. You're telling me about the numbers. I know you're a little pumped. Tell me what's going on with you. What's going on with you first?
Okay, yeah. I know normally you like to start off, but damn it, I'm gonna take the show. And
I like that.
Well, I think a lot of people, including myself, we were finally upgraded to the next tier. So I went from 500 to 1,000.
Look at this guy. How long have you been waiting for this?
Oh gosh, you know, I mean, 6 months maybe.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. But like you and I were talking, you know, the numbers that I were putting out, even at the 500 tier, I have to admit they were pretty damn impressive. For me to do 25, close to 2,500 last month at the 500 tier. Again, I want to give myself credit where credit's due. Very damn impressive. So yes, I am at the 1,000 tier. Approximately about 300 sales away for the 2,000 tier. I don't think it's going to happen right away, but you know, this is a good thing and a bad thing, and I'll tell you why. Because when I got upgraded to the 1,000 tier, I can now submit 10 shirts. And I was telling you earlier in the week, there's no way in hell I'm gonna upload 10 shirts per day, man. It's just not gonna happen.
You can and you will.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. You know, it's been about 4 or 5 days already, and I think yesterday I uploaded a goose egg, basically meaning 0. I think the day before I uploaded like 5 shirts, and I even texted you, and I was like, dude, I was sitting in front of my computer for 3 hours, and I came up with 3 ideas, and then it was just I'm running out of ideas. So as I get creative and try and come up with some concepts, I'll upload as many as I can, but doing 10 per day, that's just not going to happen. You know, I've mentioned I got other things that I'm doing, so
it is tough, but
it's tough. I mean, to this day, yeah, I mean, that's always the hard part, right? It's always the hardest and the longest. I mean, to this day, I have no idea how you were uploading. Was it 50, 60 shirts per day? I mean,
That was
you
like
must have just.
40.
I mean, you must have just been doing shirts that said "mom" or "dad," right? Just, I mean, because I'm like, man, I can't come up with any ideas.
They were just like title shirts, graphic designer, boss,
Hey,
marketer,
if that works,
worker.
more power to you. So, but yeah, no, I'm seriously running out of ideas. Yesterday I didn't upload any, but it's getting tougher. But I'm very grateful for being upgraded to the 1,000 tier, and I know a lot of people in the group were upgraded as well. So
Yes, they
congratulations
were.
to them.
Yep.
Now if you want to talk numbers, they're still average. I'm doing about 11 shirts per day.
Okay.
Still averaging about $7 per shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
good news is I'm selling a lot of shirts that I've uploaded recently. So that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Those are locked in forever. Well, I shouldn't say forever because we know Amazon, they like to change things up. But for now, at least, they are locked. So yeah.
Very nice. And I think so what about the actual amount though? Like the full amount. You said 11 per day, but what does the actual number look like?
Um, you know,
Like
I,
2100 around there?
you mean average?
You're hoping? I mean, guess you're hoping for
Oh,
the
okay,
bucks?
yeah. Well, I've already said that I don't think April is going to be a month
Oh, okay. Okay.
um, where it's going to be really, uh, you know, big.
Hmm.
I think I'll probably do somewhere about 2,400. Um,
Okay.
I'll be I'll be really surprised if I do anything over 2,500. I really do. Like I said, with Easter being the main holiday, I just don't see Easter being one of those holidays where people wear T-shirts. Um,
Yeah.
I think again, like I said in the last episode, I think uh, May and June with graduation, Mother's Day, and Father's Day, I think those are going to be huge for merch.
Oh yeah, those are gonna be huge. That's gonna take a lot of ideas, preparation, and designs ready to go because I think last year Mother's Day, man, it was out of control with a lot of
Really?
these. Oh yeah, I did really really good
Okay.
um during that time. So I need to that's probably my next thing I should be doing is getting all these Mother's Day shirts.
Okay.
I still have a lot from last year, but I need to double check and see how those
Yeah,
are
because
doing.
I know last year I didn't do any Mother's Day T-shirts, so this year will be my first time. So I'm looking forward to it, but I just
Oh,
don't
nice.
see April being that big of a month.
Yeah, what's your first Mother's Day? Happy Mother's Day. So
Thank you, thank
happy
you.
about that.
My dog would appreciate that.
So, you know what? Speaking of merch minds, you talk about the Facebook group, people got teared up. I've seen a lot of good, like new merch sellers posting up their sales of like, hey, I got my first sale or my
Mm,
first 3 sales or first 5 sales. I'm like, man, that is awesome. So
hmm.
I don't care if it's 1 sale, 3, 5, 100. If you're proud of it, you're happy, you post it on there because I'm proud and happy for you just to get that first sale because that's like a huge step. I mean, there's so many people out there that just sign up and that can't get in. So not only did you get in, but you actually took action to make a shirt and you listed a shirt and you sold one. So that's a huge step.
Absolutely, and we talked about that in the previous episode where, you have to take action to see results, and these people have taken actions. And I'm with you. Very, very happy for them, and I hope they all have significant success here in the near future.
Pure domination, one shirt at a time.
Absolutely.
So numbers this week. So after the purge, I did go down. I think I went down like 200 or 300 shirts.
Oh wow.
So
Jeez.
yeah. So I think I went down like 200 or 300 shirts. Right now I'm at 2017 products live. So 2017, that's the year we're in. I'm just gonna keep it like that, just so I can match the year that we're in. Just kidding. So 2017
Yeah,
products
Glenn, leave it
live.
like that. I think that's a good idea.
And sell up to 8,000 different t-shirts designed. So that's my tier is 8,000. I'm nowhere near to getting that filled up. I think the highest I've ever been was at least like 2,300 or so. But that's gone down. Now we're at 2017. Now I gotta, get some more shirts uploaded and designed.
Hmm. Well, so let me ask you then. I mean, um, are you having a hard time as me coming up with ideas?
Yes and no. I mean, I think my issue is right now is with time management because I'm hyped up for this trip, but at the same time, I see myself like uploading a lot more, I guess listing a lot more on eBay. I guess I've just been like back and forth going
Hmm.
through everything. And I'm still pumped with merch, but I do want to explore different things with merch as far as like ads go. So I know that's
Sure.
I mean, I've been wanting to do this, but like I really need to do this. Like I need to just sit down, figure it out, what I want to put my money into to reinvest in ads. And when do I want to do that because it's gonna happen soon. But that was one of my main things, when we talked about the
Sure.
Gary Vee things, and I want to figure out or learn about ads and the right way to do it, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, learn these things. So just learn to do it the right way and then trial and error, see what works, and then go from there. But I know ads is probably the next best thing. And then, of course, working with the family business, I'm slowly cutting hours so that I can put some more hours into merch and then, grow that even more. So I do have ideas lined up, but not I actually made like a full like niche spreadsheet for me to go through.
Oh
I just
wow.
sat down. I spent maybe like 2 hours or so. I built like this full list of all these niches I can go to. But of course, now I need to go through the ideas for each niche and trademark all that stuff, and then of course see what I want to do from that. But I have a lot to work with. I just got to put in the work, put in the time, and I know for sure it'll grow this. And then once I also want to try out what I'm waiting for is speaking of our interview, what we're doing, talking about word candy and stuff like that. I'm like really pumped to try that out because I want to see how keywords helps. Keywords, and then I can break down these niches, come up with all these other ideas,
Sure.
and combine ads. Then I want to really see what these results. I'm adding like new elements to my shirts, so I think that'll definitely help. But let's see what happens from there.
Yeah.
That's kind of like my next step. What I want to do. I don't
Okay.
even talk about numbers, but numbers are the same. I'm always the last 7 days are always like between 240 to 260 range. So right now it's 5:44 p.m. where I'm at, and I've sold like 25 today. So right now I'm at 236. So probably at the end of the night, I'll probably be like around 35 shirts for the day. And estimated royalties still around the same, which is about goes up and down from like 1,300 to 1,500 every 7 days. So
Those are solid
um,
numbers.
thank you,
Nice.
sir. So I need to build that up, and I know what I need to do. Now I just got to put in the work.
Sure. Be before we get into the today's interview, one thing I was thinking about doing is I'm gonna create a website on WordPress, and then I'm going because your whole spiel here just kind of reminded me of this. I'm gonna create a website on WordPress,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna do affiliate links on the merch shirts through Amazon,
Oh, okay.
and then put them on the website, and then try and drive traffic to the website as well through
Okay.
ads. So that's my project. But the problem, and that's one of my biggest problems, right? It's like I have all these ideas and so little time. I mean, I haven't even launched my Shopify store yet, which I've been talking about. It seems like for the last 2 or 3 months. But yeah, but that's something I need to get. That's something I'm gonna try and do here in the next, hopefully, couple of months. So we'll see how that works out.
All right, very cool. And I think that speaking of time and all that stuff, I know after this Gary Vee thing, I'm probably gonna be like hyped up and stuff. So now I'm really gonna have to figure out time because I'm gonna be like, oh man, there's no time. I'm not gonna sleep. Gotta tell the wife, I'm not going to bed. I'm just gonna be working on stuff, merch 24/7. And I don't know, let's see what happens when I come back. But I have a
Sure,
feeling I'm gonna be riled up, ready to
sure.
go.
Yeah. Well,
And
definitely keep us posted, man, on your trip. I mean, whether it's through YouTube or your Instagram or Facebook. I'll be kind of curious as to see what you're doing out there.
all right, sounds good. And speaking of, this is like a random story, but
I
I
like
guess
stories.
so yesterday I was doing a live show on YouTube, and they have super chat now. You know super chat, what it
I
is?
don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, so if you're doing a live show, someone can like donate money to you.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. Like if you're doing a live show, they could type in stuff in the chat, like they could say like, "Oh, Young, you're cool. Oh, Glenn, you're cool, and you're so good looking." Like they could put that on the chat, right? And then they could press the little dollar sign, and then they could donate money to you, and then I'll get that dollar amount when I get paid for my like YouTube, Google
Mhm.
AdSense royalty at the very end. And so some people have gotten like huge amounts, right? Like some people I've seen different people go live and then people will give them like $20, $50, like crazy stuff.
Wow.
And so I really don't do, I'm trying to do like one live show a week. I've only done like maybe like five, like five
Sure.
or six. So I'm barely getting there. And then so you're talking about, it just reminded me of this whole thing because me and the treasure gnome, we were talking, I think, on Facebook about ideas. And, once you reach a certain amount of, you know, shirts and stuff like that, ideas do get harder. And he was telling me, like, yeah, trying to come out with new ideas and it's getting tough. And I was like, I
Yeah.
know, me too, in the same boat. Now, Young's in the same boat, coming up with different ideas. And then so it just reminded me of yesterday because I was in the middle of doing the show. I was talking, and all of a sudden, because when you do a super chat thing, a huge like whatever you typed in, if you donate money, your message comes out like bigger than everybody else's like comment in the chat.
Okay.
And then it was the treasure gnome, and he donated $2, and he was like, and his message said like, grab a coffee on the gnome or something like that.
Okay.
And I just thought it was hilarious. And I was like, he was like, yeah, I donated that money because I knew you'd probably get a kick out of that. And I was like, this is hilarious because I hardly do. Like, I'm trying to build up the live show. And he just came out of nowhere. And you just see a huge comment on the chat, like grab a coffee on the gnome. And I was like, look at this guy. I thought it was hilarious. So shout
But,
out
but
to Treasure Gnome.
yeah, good guy, man. But now, did you know what super chat was yesterday, or was it something that you just kind of caught you off guard?
It caught me off guard because I'd never gotten anything yet. Like no one's ever given me money
Okay.
for any of that stuff. I think I barely signed up for it because they barely. I think they just, I guess, released it maybe 3 weeks ago or so. Like still fairly new.
Okay.
And then some people got on it really, really quick, and then had the super chat on already. But this was the first time I ever got anything, and then
Sure.
seeing a huge
Sure.
comment, you're like, what? But I was telling people that which could be kind of smart. I don't know how well it may work, but if someone's live and they have like a huge following, like let's say like I don't know if you know who he is, but Roberto Blake, he has like
Hmm.
100 or 200,000, I don't know, but he does a lot of like different graphic design and other stuff. I wonder if like you do a super chat, donate like $1 and just put like subscribe to Hustler Hacks now, best YouTube channel on I don't know, like something to do with merch or
Nah,
eBay
don't do that.
selling or
Don't
like
don't do that. See,
do
because
it.
now that's just becoming spammy, right? In my opinion.
I thought it was
I mean,
hilarious.
I think now that you say that, I could see people definitely doing that. Um,
It's almost like you're paying for like a small ad,
yeah.
like
It's
during
just
super chat.
yeah. That's just to me seems kind of spammy. I think in order for you to get followers, you should always do it the ethical way, and and we can kind of have a debate on what's ethical and what's not. But I think, I mean, to this day, it blows my mind that you don't even have more followers because you always put out good content, and you've always been honest and transparent about everything that you've done throughout your merch journey. And so it kind of blows my mind that you don't even have more followers. Yeah, I mean, that whole paying, donating, and then I think that's just kind of spammy. That's just me, though. That's just me.
So now I got to go back and see when Treasure Gnome, when he's live doing some type of like design or something for merch. I'm just gonna come out of nowhere and give him his $2, or maybe I can give more, like $5. It'd be like, grab a Starbucks on the Hustler Hacks or something. But come out of nowhere though, in the middle of him designing something. I just think it's hilarious that you just do that. But
yeah,
I don't know, pretty cool.
I never even heard of it, man. So no, that does sound pretty cool.
Yeah. Maybe when we talk about diversifying income, that would be an extra way to make money. I guess for people that really, really do love certain YouTubers, I think especially the ones that have like a huge following, they probably make, at least doing an hour live, and then someone donates them. $30 or something.
You know what the trick is? You know what the trick is? You got to be some hot chick that talks. No, seriously, right? You got to be some hot chicks that talks about sports or gaming or something like that. I bet you they're the ones that's making the good money.
Yeah, could be, right? Or maybe certain gamers, right? Like gamer followers. I don't know. Could be. Yeah. That's for another show. Yeah. But shout out to Treasure Gnome.
Yeah, good guy. So you want to get into today's episode?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Travis from Merch Candy is going to stop by and talk to us this week. He's in the process of releasing his new product. I keep saying service. Would it be a service or a product? I don't know. I guess it's more of a service, which he approached us with, and we were really intrigued. It's basically a SEO word optimization generator. I think I explained it correctly, but Travis is going to explain everything here in the episode. So let's talk to Travis. Okay, so today we're talking to Travis Wren. He's from Merch Candy, but we're going to talk about his new product, his new service that he's going to offer here to the public soon. Travis, welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome, guys. Glad to be on. I appreciate your time. Just when I thought I knew every guru in the Amazon niche, I get to meet some more gurus. So awesome.
Trust me, we are not gurus. We are learning as we go. I mean, you're obviously part of our Facebook group, and I'm always in there asking questions myself. So we don't consider ourselves any gurus or nothing. But thank you for that compliment. So Travis, tell us about your product, please. Your new service.
Okay, so currently I'm the owner of merchcandy.com, which is a design membership club. So if you want to be selective and go window shopping for design agency quality t-shirts for like Costco wholesale pricing, you can do that there. So we have a team of 7 designers that crank out 300 plus designs a week. And you can go in there, it's $15 a month, and you just buy $10 designs all day long, whatever catches your eye and you think you can market and sell. That's my main gig right there. But now we're launching wordcandy.io. And it came about just by scratching, my own itch. So once you get a design, whether you make the design yourself or you have a designer do it, or you have virtual assistants that design them for you, however you get your designs, the next laborious part and really the most unfavorable part of listing and doing your t-shirts is the keywords, and keywords are super important. It's whether you're putting them on, Teespring, Amazon, merch, if you have your own Shopify website, whatever it is, keywords are huge, and that's a big pain point. And so Word Candy solves that problem. It sparks creativity. It checks copyright. It puts all the fragmented tools that you would open up separate tabs for in your browser, like dictionary.com, thesaurus.com, all these tools, and it coalesces them into one cockpit or dashboard And so that allows you to streamline and really get through these listings quickly. So that way it's not, it's always a side hustle, but you don't want it to feel like it's a job. Like you want to make money and enjoy doing it. You don't want to, start hating listing t-shirts. Does that make sense?
No, it makes total sense. And that's, I think for Glenn and I think the most fun part of the whole merch business is that Glenn and I, we get to actually design our own shirts. And I'll admit, the part that I absolutely hate is listing, right? Trying to come up with keywords, the description, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Glenn, What about you?
And also, not only that, but also the researching. I mean, the researching part, not only, I guess, coming up with ideas that I also can get tough after a while, but researching keywords as far as like trying to, make it different than everybody else's shirt. And that's one thing I also struggle with too. I mean, I'm not some type of creative writer or anything like that. So to come up with awesome keywords, at least to have something to do it for me, I think would save me a lot of time.
Yeah, and for those of you guys that don't understand keywords, it is a really important aspect of the business. Search engine optimization, things like that. It really does help your listing, your websites. So this is a great service. Now, before we continue, Travis, as our listeners know, we only promote products and services that we use ourselves. And when you first approached me, I was like, "Yo, we need to talk on the phone because I don't know what this is about." Right? And we talked last week, and I was really intrigued, and I actually purchased word candy the next day. Actually, no, it wasn't the next day because it took me a couple of days to purchase it because I had lost my damn phone. So I spent the whole weekend retracing my steps, looking for my phone. Good news is I did find my phone, but I did purchase word candy, and I'm really looking forward to it because and you sent me a bunch of screenshots last week, and I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but tell us more.
Okay, so yeah, and that's perfectly understandable because a lot of times when folks make new software applications, they're not lucky enough to kind of blaze their own trail, right? There's like, if you're creating a new email marketing app, well, there's already ConvertKit and MailChimp, right? And so people already get it. So we're going to be the only and the first application out there that's going to be dedicated just to keyword research for your e-com listings and Amazon merch. This is a t-shirt, keyword listing dashboard. But I mean, let's break down the benefits. I mean, that's kind of so people can understand, right? So this application, WordCandy.io, is going to streamline your keyword listing process. It's going to reduce the time it takes to create keyword listings for each shirt design. It's going to bring all those fragmented keyword services under one dashboard. It's going to give you keyword trademark protection. So as you're typing in your keywords, the keyword will turn a certain color if it's already trademarked and there's threats there. You're going to avoid embarrassing spelling errors with spell check that's built in. It's going to spark creativity with synonym and antonym suggestions. You're going to save time by avoiding phrases or keywords that are not targeted or have like a low search volume. You're going to save time by organizing keyword efforts with niche templates. So if you always are uploading teachers about sports, you can actually save a sports niche template, and that will come up all automatically. And then all you have to do is then select a couple keywords that you can plug into that template. So you're not recreating the wheel and writing a new bullet points paragraphs each time. So that's going to streamline it. And we're setting this app up in a way where you can outsource access to a virtual assistant where they can't see your billing information. So it's completely anonymous. That'll help you. We're going to let you export it to Google Docs, Microsoft Word. We got all kinds of tricks up our sleeves, and it's a one of a kind. Nobody's doing this. And, there's not a product out there like this today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's why I'm looking forward to it. Now you were generous enough to offer the Merch Minds Facebook group last week a opportunity to purchase the software, the app, whatever you want to call it. I guess the app is the right word. And excuse me, and you gave us a 48-hour window to purchase it, and I posted on in the group, and we had a lot of members who were interested, but they also had a lot of questions. And I thought it was only fair because some of those people they had asked really good questions, and I thought it was only fair to maybe ask them on the show here on the podcast. So let me start this off. This is more of a comment. Okay. One guy said, I think $200. Okay, before I continue. So the offer was you're giving us an opportunity to buy this for $200 for a lifetime membership.
That's correct.
Okay. Let me rephrase that. Okay. Or let me reiterate that. A lifetime membership. Okay. That's the key word here, guys. Okay. No
$200 till you die.
No
Yes.
pun intended. Okay. That's a keyword, lifetime. When was the last time you guys were offered a lifetime membership for anything? Think about that for a second. When was the last time? Okay. If Netflix came out tomorrow and said, we're going to give you a lifetime membership tomorrow, I'm sure a lot of people will bite. Yes?
Yep.
Yes.
And I said this last week's episode. I think Netflix offers no value whatsoever except for just entertainment purposes. But Travis has given us an opportunity to buy this for $200 lifetime. And if you were to break that down into just 1 year, okay, even if Travis said, the offer is just for 1 year, you break it down, and I did the math. I think it comes out to about $16.67 per month for just 1 year. Okay, even if the offer was for just 1 year, if you guys can't afford $16.67 per month, this ain't for you. Okay, so now let's go back to the comments here, to the questions. One guy said in the group, I think $200 is too much to invest. The app will not create content for you. Before I pass this on to you, Travis, and I don't want to pick on the guy personally because I know him. He's a friend of mine. But look, if you can create an app that can list your product automatically, I'm sold. Okay, but unfortunately, we're not that high tech yet. Travis, what do you say about that?
Okay, so yeah, I'd love to address that. So there are folks that are really, really creative and they're wordsmiths. Okay, and if that's you, then you absolutely should not even buy my app at all. If you can sit down and you can create fantastic descriptions for your t-shirt and everyone is unique and they're targeted and everything like that, then you shouldn't buy it, But even as good as I am with words and in English and creating, powerful sentences and good copy, I still would want a way to streamline that process, because if you're going to make any real money at merch, you want to scale, and you can't scale unless you're hiring a virtual assistant to do some of these components, or you can't scale unless you figure out a process to streamline this. So I think the value is in how this is going to allow you to scale. Now, going back to, it's not going to create the keywords or the content for you. That's correct. What we are going to do, though, is allow you to create templates and then save those, so you're not recreating it all over again each time you sit down to list. And then what we are going to have very soon is we're going to have a template gallery that's within the app. So if you're just kind of lazy or you're short of inspiration that day or creativity, you can go over to the sports category, click on it, it'll automatically load it, and then you just spend a couple seconds selecting your keywords based on the results that you get back from our application, and you're done. So it will do it. It's about 98% done for you, and the other 2% is you just describing your t-shirt and then punching in a couple keywords, and then you hit calculate, and then everything's going to come back. The Amazon auto suggest keywords, the Google search engine traffic, volume, antonyms, synonyms. We're going to have thesaurus, dictionary. It's all going to be loaded in there for you. Now, with respect to the amount, here's what's crazy. Think about all the apps that we use today, even if it's like an email client. Like if somebody told me that I could get $200, if I could get MailChimp for one time $200 for life, how silly would we feel if we didn't pull that trigger, knowing how good like MailChimp is, or how prevalent it, or
Right.
or
Right.
big. I mean, think about any member. If somebody said, if I can get a gym membership for $200 for life, right?
For
I mean, I
life.
don't care how dirty the lockers are or how crowded it is. I mean, that's value right there. I'm gonna pull the trigger on that. So, and you know what? If it's just the value's there. It's just a matter if they want to take a leap of faith.
Yeah, and no, I completely agree with you. And again, maybe this is me just being the bad guy here, but if you guys can't afford, invest in your business, something that Glenn and I talked about last week. If you guys can't invest in your business, $200 for a lifetime, again, that's the key word here, lifetime. If you guys can't afford $200, again, this isn't for you. You do have a monthly option. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. Glenn, you have a question?
There was like two huge things that really caught my attention, that really looking forward to. And one of them, well, let me start with the first one: effortless trademark protection built in. So like, this is important to me because it's happened before where like I'm typing out like a title, and maybe I want to put in a couple of words that kind of make sense together that would bring someone in. And then I'm kind of like, you know what? Like, maybe I should just double check to see, the trademark website. It's silly as these two words combined might sound, it might be trademarked. And then I'm going to have to go through the whole process. It's not going to go through all of these things. So I'm like, oh man, now I have to check this. So that really, I thought was really awesome. Can you go into a little bit more detail? You said like a color changes or something like that, if it's probably not going to get accepted or something like that?
Absolutely. So we got two functions right out of the box when we launch. And what I've told first of all, I got a fantastic user interface, user experience team. And then the dev on this is amazing. The guy that's doing this, it's a team in Eastern Europe. It's like a whole agency that's putting this application together, and it's costing a real mint. But the way right out of the box, what's going to happen is if you, as you're typing your first template and you save it, or you load that, or you're typing out your bullet points, if you are using one word too often, it will pop that those words will all of a sudden become a different color, and that'll help you not get into a trap of keyword stuffing. The other thing it's going to do is if you have misspelled it, which completely negates your SEO keyword efforts. If you've misspelled it, then it's not the right word, and it's not going to get picked up for search engine optimization, right? It will turn a different color. And then the third color will be, it'll most likely be red, will be if a word or a phrase is coming back trademarked already. And so that right there is going to be huge. Those three benefits right out of the box. And you're right, Glenn, like how many times have you submitted something and then it gets kicked back? We don't even know why the hell it's getting kicked back half the time on Amazon Merch,
Yeah.
So why not go in knowing that you're pretty much clean across the board, and how much time that's going to save you,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I'm glad you talked about that. The second thing was about, sorry, hold on real quick, Young. I hear feedback. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I definitely hear the feedback, but I think it's better now. Go ahead and continue.
Okay. So the second thing was about the intelligent search volume traffic with Amazon auto suggest options for SEO. So that's what I'm really, really interested in, right? Because we want to see, at least what I saw on the screenshot as well, as the auto suggest keywords and how that works. You see like kind of impressive numbers on like the side columns on like how often it's used or things like that. So can you talk a little bit about the suggested keywords?
Yeah. So essentially you're going to load up your t-shirt, and you don't have to load up the image of your design, your t-shirt, but we put that option there because when you're sitting down and you're thinking about all the keywords that describe your shirt, let's say it's a shirt about the nursing niche, like I love nurses, right? You're going to want to be looking at that design as you're thinking of your keywords. So you're going to type in like nurse, doctor, hospital, all these keywords. And that's the only thing you have to do. And the rest is where the magic happens, because as soon as you hit calculate, then it's going to come up with Amazon auto suggest terms. So just like if you went to Amazon and you typed in nurse t-shirts and it drops down other options for you, we're going to be pulling some of that data. And then the search volume traffic is also going to be being pulled from an API for Google search traffic. So you're going to have Amazon auto suggest helping you with some of the keywords, and then you're also going to see how much search volume traffic that's getting. And those two together is what the intelligent part is for combining those two powerful pieces of data to help you select the right keywords for your descriptors.
Nice.
Okay.
Young?
So speaking of the monthly fees, one of the questions in the group was, how much is it going to be for the monthly fee?
That is the question, isn't it? Oh man. So there's an art and a science to this, and not an art and a science meaning like how much you can get away with charging people, because that's not the intent. But because if I charge too much and I don't have any customers, then it was all for nothing. If I charge too little and everybody signs up, and you have to support all those customers like any software app would do, and then you're drowning in that support, and you're not making any money, and then you burn out and the app shuts down anyway. So you got to find the sweet spot. Mm-hmm. What I have done is I've done a little research into, I think there's going to be two groups. There's folks that are more casual, and they are uploading, let's say maybe one shirt a day or two shirts a day. And they never get to like maybe over 30 or 40 uploads a month. Those are your casual sellers. And then once they start getting excited, they get some sales, and they start, getting, more into it, and they start, designing more shirts or buying more shirts, and then they start uploading more. So I think I'm going to segment this between two of those groups: the casual merch lister that's going to do about 30 to 40 keyword descriptions a month or uploads. And then the other tier, the higher tier, is going to be unlimited. So once you are a little bit more experienced and you're past like 30 or 40 listings a month, then you go into the unlimited, as much research and listings that you want to do. And by the way, the lifetime subscription is not for the lower tier. You will not be capped. Not only is it a lifetime subscription, but your lifetime unlimited listings, no caps.
I like it. Will it work with other pod sites? And if so, what sites?
Okay, so we're starting out with like what we consider as the big four. So Merch by Amazon, Redbubble, TeePublic, and Teespring. But if you look at the landing page, you look at the screenshots, you're going to see lots of room to the right of those tabs for each one. So we have room to add at least 6 or 7 more in terms of real estate screen space. So we're going to quickly add Spreadshirt, Zazzle, Cafe Express, Bonfire, all the other ones that pop up. And then as future ones get into the POD game and they take off, we're going to add those too. We're also going to be adding Etsy, eBay, all those.
Man, that's first of all, I've never even heard of Bonfire. I don't even know what that is. So, so that's awesome. Glenn,
check it out. It's a sexy app.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going through it and I see at least the screenshots if you showed us title, description for bullet point 1, bullet point 2. So a lot of cool little features here and there to kind of probably play with, at least for, I don't know, all of your listings. You really want to try all of this stuff out. So for example, let's say what keywords describe this t-shirt. So let's say nurse t-shirt was your example. If I typed in very similar, like nurse or nursing, they're almost the same. I press calculate. Is it only going to find like specific nurse keywords, or do you think it might go into doctor type of stuff, or really just whatever is kind of popular?
It's going to calculate based off of the keywords that you select. So that's the most important part. And we want you, so think about this thing as a dashboard or a cockpit, right? Mm-hmm. And think about you entering your keywords that describe your design. Think about that as kind of like the gear shifter. So if you're in park, you're going to put in a couple keywords, but if you're in drive, you're going to put a lot more keywords in there. And those keywords drive all the rest of the data. So that's why we purposely named that button calculate, because if you type in the word nurse, we're going to spit back auto Amazon suggestions for the keyword nurse. We're going to get you search volume traffic on the word nurse. We're going to get you thesaurus terms on the word nurse. We're going to get you the opposite and other words that describe nurse, all in that. And then if you put in doctor, you'll get the same thing. And so that's why on the results at Kickback, there'll be a little scroll to the right, and you'll have lots of data, and you can scroll down and just pick from this list of whatever you want.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wow. I'm really impressed so far. I'm going to combine these two questions because they're relatively short. Is it a phone app, and what kind of support do you offer?
Okay, so we're gonna have in terms of support, it'll be right on the website. It's called groovehq.com. There's plenty of support widgets and applications out there. I went with groovehq.com because I really like them. It's really good for on the user side, and it's really good on the back end for me to manage. So there'll be FAQ. You can, I'll have an app on my iPhone. So, at least initially, I expect to get back to people within under 30 minutes. So it's going to be quick support. And then what was the first part of it? Oh, is it going to work on the phone? No, we don't want to encourage people to do this on the fly. I don't want somebody sitting at work, doing their listings and trying to come up with words, or God forbid, driving in their car. And this app really works the best when you're sitting at your desktop computer, and you can see the full real estate of the screen. I mean, we couldn't jam all of those little boxes and all the data that you need to see. You can't jam a cockpit right into one little viewing area. So no.
Okay. Glenn?
I think, you know what, when I was kind of going back, I was like, I think we talked a little bit about the I guess we were supposed to talk about the price per month, but I don't think we actually gave any numbers out as far as like how much it is going to be per month, or maybe what it is right now.
Okay, so for the 30 or 40 listings and below, kind of like the beginner plan, we're hovering somewhere between $19 to $27. Okay. And the reason why we landed there is because I sell a service where people pay me $25 to do one keyword listing for their t-shirt. One keyword listing, right? So if you can fork over $25 to me to do one keyword listing, then $27 to have an application that helps you learn how to do it yourself and gives you all the tools in one dashboard is definitely worth $27. So that's kind of where I'm leaning. So it's kind of like $1 a listing almost, if you do the math on a 30-day month, right? And then after that, it's probably going to be around $50 a month for the unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
And then just going into price point, the other thing that we're going to quickly roll out is I'm already pulling and paying for all this data and API from all these external services that I have to pay for to grab all this awesome data for the users, right? So we're going to create a separate tab that you can click on, and then you can have not a listing screen, but just a pure keyword traffic and research screen. So then you can leverage Word Candy, and this is truly kind of where we're going. We're going to be evolving into a total e-commerce keyword platform for research. And so if you think of like other services out there, I won't name them, but there's other services out there, you pay $20 and you just get keyword research for e-com. We're going to have that, and that's going to be included as a really inexpensive add-on to these two things.
Mm-hmm. No, and
people jump around. People start with merch, or a lot of people like me. I do FBA and I do merch, and then somebody might get into private label, and they can leverage Word Candy to research their private label targeted keywords, and they can still use the app to do their merch and so on.
No, and that was one of the comments that I made, right? I mean, I remember someone was saying in the group, "Oh, I would never pay $200." Okay, but then when I saw the value of what you were offering, my response was, well, you have to think beyond merch, right? I mean, I like yourself, Travis. I started off doing FBA. I mean, I'm 7 years, maybe 8 now, into doing FBA. Especially if you guys are doing private label, and I'm glad that you mentioned that you're gonna evolve into other e-commerce. If you guys are doing private label, and you obviously mentioned eBay and Etsy, my gosh, this is a phenomenal tool. A time saver.
Yep.
So no, I mean, this is a great tool. And I know you mentioned the other services, and again, I always, I like to do my homework, and out of respect to you, I'm not going to mention the other service, but There is another service out there right now that offers a similar service to what Travis is offering here, and they're charging $30 a month. Okay, and again, Travis is giving you an opportunity to buy a lifetime subscription for $200. Okay, so I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure out what I would personally buy. Okay, I would personally buy the lifetime subscription. And you sent us a bunch of screenshots, and this thing looks. I mean, it looks good to the eye. I mean, you definitely spent a lot of time into it. Let's get in. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The other thing is I think one of the fears is folks might be thinking, okay, I'm going to give you $200 and it's not going to launch for another couple of weeks. And, what are you going to do with that money, man? I mean, are you going to go blow it in Vegas? And the answer is absolutely not. For folks that are not in the software niche and they don't understand, this is essentially like a mini Kickstarter, right? And a lot of software apps, very well-known software applications like Fortune 50 software applications are launched this way. They do a pre-sale. They offer an incredible value up front. They tell you everything it's going to be. They do screenshots. They might do little demo videos. Everybody buys in for this steeply discounted price. And then that gives them the financial runway to make the app even 10x better, right? Like I've already put the money aside to pay for all the development, and all these $200 subscriptions are going to be there so I can quickly add features. You're going to see this thing innovated and iterated 20 times over between now and the end of 2017. I mean, I'm not playing around. You've seen the landing page and the UI and the UX of it. It's going to be amazing, and all of the front-loaded lifetime subscriptions are going to help expand that.
No, I'm sold. As you know, I've purchased mine already.
Yours and your chart, your credit card charge didn't go through. We got to talk about that, man.
Are you serious?
No, I'm joking.
Oh Jesus, man! I thought you were serious, man. I was like, what? Oh my gosh, man! My freaking heart just dropped for a second. What are you talking about? So you offered this to us last week to the Merch Minds Facebook group, and I was like, yo, Travis, if we're gonna have you on the podcast, you need to give our listeners the same deal. You've agreed, but it gets better. Okay. Last week when you offered it to the group, it was just a 48-hour sell. Okay. And we normally record these podcasts on a Thursday, and looking at the stats, we have a lot of listeners over the weekend. So I've asked you, I was like, yo, Travis, well, I want to offer this to our listeners. Can you extend the sale for 96 hours? That's 4 days. Okay. That's giving you guys 4 full days from 12:01 a.m. to Friday until 12:01 Tuesday. 96 hours. That's giving you guys 4 full days, okay, to buy Word Candy, the lifetime subscription. And for those of you guys that's in the Facebook group, if you guys missed out, this is your second opportunity to buy Word Candy. I highly recommend it. Now it launches on when?
I strategically picked this date so everybody knows about it. April 15th. That's another big date for another reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tax day.
That's right.
I think that falls on a Sunday, correct?
No. If it does, we'll launch Monday, but I thought it was Tuesday, Wednesday, or something like that. But
my bad. Okay, so it launches April 15th. But when you pay for it, you will get a notification in the mail saying that you had paid for it from PayPal. That's what I got. I got a notification from PayPal saying, "Hey, you paid for Word Candy."
The other cool thing I wanted to tell you, Young, is what I'm really the most interested in, especially since like we've already sold over $10,000 now, and we're doing like for the last couple of days, I've done about $1,000 days in these lifetime subscription. And we're already over 10. So one of the things I'm setting aside this money to do is we're going to have a little button or somewhere on there that says give feedback or suggest a new feature. So I'm going to be really intentional about taking all of those feedback requests and all of those feature requests, prioritizing them and iterating really quickly. I'm planning on releasing 1 or 2 new features every 30 days. And that's just based purely and strictly on user feedback.
Wow. Very, very impressive. Glenn.
2 questions. First one, I did notice that you have a lot of you can, for example, wedding t-shirt. Let's say that's your niche. You have a different amount of templates that you can choose from. How many of them can you have saved at once?
I think right now it's like 5 or 6. But what's cool is we haven't even used all the screen real estate in the app. And so literally it's just a matter of adding another row of buttons, or save buttons.
But the good thing is that you can, let's say you want to start off with those first 5 niches, then you can just export that data, save it on a different, Word or something, and then you can try 5 more and make those templates pretty much and have them all ready to go if you wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean, I think what I'm going to do initially is I'm going to create a generic template. You'll have something in both bullet point 1 and 2, let's say for Amazon merch will be very generic, say this t-shirt is perfect for, and that'll be there every time. And then when you select your keywords, it'll be camping and hiking and blah, blah, blah. And that'll be what's inserted. I don't know how niche specific the users are going to get. I have to wait and see how folks react to it and how they play around with it. But that's one idea how I think they're going to use it.
Yeah, that's good. And right now, I know it's kind of a random question, but any merch candy and word candy combo deals you could do later on?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. What I am going to do is if you're a merch candy member, right? So if you're paying me the $15 a month for that subscription and you're getting access to all these design agency quality t-shirts, I'm going to heavily discount word candy, probably 50% discount. So that way you have a design agency resource to get killer designs, and then you have an app to sit down and do your keyword magic with it. Absolutely. That's already on the radar.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Man, anything else? You want to just list it for me and make the money and give that to me?
Well, the other thing that I want to do is I have to figure out, I'm not fully 100% clear on what kind of data we can get back from the Amazon merch API. But one of the things what's going to be really cool is when you hit the export button, you can export it to Google Drive or Dropbox, and It's going to be an Excel file with an image of your design plus the data, all your keyword listing in another column. So you're going to have a record of every shirt that you've done and all the keywords and every descriptors you've used right before it. What I want to do eventually is I would like to take that data as you export it, keep a copy of it, and then import, if Amazon allows it, your sales and match up so you can kind of see which keyword descriptors and designs did better than other ones. Does that make sense?
Nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, that's. I mean, I'm definitely impressed. One more question, and this is a question that was asked again in the group. Someone had asked,
"Is Travis single?"
Is Travis single? And actually, are you single?
No, I'm married with a kid.
Okay, awesome. So I'm single, by the way. So hey, hey, you know what? If any of you guys are not guys but gals interested,
she's a free man out there.
Shoot me a message. But someone had asked, do you offer a money back guarantee?
Okay, so that's an interesting concept. You would think, oh, hey, I should just guarantee that. And I really am, but I'm not putting it out on the landing page or anything like that. But what I will say is I have a reputation in the niche to protect. I'm a co-founder now. I'm a co-founder for Acceleralist.com, which is like an inventory lab competitor. It's a FBA listing application, right? I have a developer business partner up in the Bay Area. He works for Uber. Yeah, he works for Uber. He's a really great guy and a great partner. So I have that, and then I have Merch Candy. Absolutely. I mean, come to me. 99.9% of the time, if you're unhappy, I'm going to refund you. Because guess what? If you're not unhappy, then that's like a hangnail hanging around on my finger. If you're not happy, you're going to be blowing up my support. You're going to be emailing me every day. You're going to be blasting me out on the Facebook groups. I really don't even want you as a customer. So if you're unhappy, I'll pay you the $200 back so that you can go away.
So now, you can go away, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just being honest, So of course, absolutely, the answer is yes.
Yeah, and I just wanted to put my input. Usually from my experience, when people want their money back, is because they didn't take action or they don't understand it, and they don't, they're afraid to ask questions. Okay, look, I'm sold on this product, service, app, whatever you want to call it. Okay, this isn't Walmart. Okay, you don't try something for 3 months and then return it. Okay, $200 for a lifetime subscription, and clearly Travis has explained all the details and stuff that he's going to add, and it's only going to get better. I mean, we're just, this is just the first generation of Word Candy, so I'm expecting a lot more features in the future. So look, if you guys are going to ask for your money back, well, shame on you. But I'm really hyped. I'm looking forward to the release. Again, we're gonna have to shut the show down here pretty soon. But Travis is nice enough again to offer the deal from Friday morning at 12:01, April 7th, all the way until Tuesday, 12:01 a.m., April 10th. 96 hours, 4 full days. Okay, gives you the weekend to make your purchase. And if you guys miss out, well, that's very unfortunate. But I think this is a really, really hot deal. I'm looking forward to it. Glenn, when are you gonna buy your copy, man?
I was actually already looking at everything right now, so I'm actually gonna get it right now. I'm looking anything that I can do to boost up my merch numbers even more. I'm all for it, and I think keywords is something that I know for sure that's something I can improve on. I know keywords, and like I said, research, even some of the ideas I think I can improve on. So I'm already on my PayPal page. So I'm actually gonna do it right now.
Nice. Investing into his business. Travis, before we go, anything else you would like to say, or?
No, I think you guys had a chance to listen to a bunch of your episodes. I'm a huge podcast junkie. I have about a 30-minute commute to work each day, and I listen to probably 40 or 50 or subscribe to them. And I go back to back on podcasts. You guys, for a brand new podcast, you guys are doing a phenomenal job. So keep up the good work. And I'm so happy to be on here and appreciate it. I'm glad we can make this offer to your group and your audience. And I look forward to making a bunch of money alongside you guys with Amazon this year.
Yeah. Thank you. And I'm glad you said that, because Glenn and I were just talking last week about how, compared to episode 1, like our editing skills have gotten better.
Yep.
Because when we first started, like, we didn't know what the heck we were doing, right? We've gotten much better on the mic, in my opinion. And so thank you, man. Those are great compliments. But again, if you're listening, 96 hours to buy Word Candy. Don't miss it. Thank you for being here, Travis. Now, you're in Los Angeles?
I'm originally from Chicago. I don't know if you could pick up the accent. It's slight, but I've been out in LA for 6 years. I love it. I'm never going back to Chicago just for time to visit. But yeah, I'm in LA. I'm an Angelino now, man.
Okay, well, my parents live in Orange County, so the next time I go down, I'll hit you up. Maybe you can get a beer or two.
I'll be offended if you do not.
Okay. Hey, before we go, okay. Now, obviously, we're doing this via Google Hangout, and is that a big worm behind you? What the hell is that?
No, it's a light because there's a little sliver of light coming through my shades on the window.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, man, that thing's about to bite your head off.
Yeah.
Okay, Travis. Well, thanks for being on the show.
All right, buddy. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
I'm looking forward to the product, to the launch of Word Candy. I think it has a lot of potential to help me with my listing. Glenn, what do you think?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. And Travis is a really, really cool guy. So overall, just great episode and super pumped to try it out.
Yeah. Now, next week, you're going to be in New York, huh?
Yes, sir. I will be in New York.
Yeah, now I'm going to be in Oregon. But, we'll definitely have a episode for you guys next week, even though we're on the road. That's just how we do it. We're gonna take care of our listeners. That's just how we roll. Yeah, man. I don't have anything else.
And I guess we Merch Minds Facebook group. Which
yes,
you can join.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Merch Minds Facebook group. You can join. Just go on to Facebook. Look up Merch Minds. I'll also have the link in the show notes. But guys, we're gonna cap it off at 1,000. It was originally 500, but Glenn had convinced me to raise it. So it is now 1,000, and it's definitely going to be 1,000 because just managing a whole Facebook group, it gets, it might seem like it's nothing, right? But it is work. So we're going to cap it off at 1,000. So definitely go check that out. And you guys can email me at yong@geekhustle.com. Also, go check out my website, geekhustle.com. Sign up for my email list. I give some great tips on design. Glenn, where can they find you?
Hustler Hacks on YouTube, or you can email me, hustlerhacks1. That's the number 1 at gmail.com. Either one, or in the Merch Minds Facebook group, people tag people and me and Yong and others, and it's just an awesome group. So either one of those, you can get a hold of us. It's all good. Well, we're happy to help anytime we can.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
All right, and that's pretty much it. Thanks, guys, for listening. This episode, again, was brought to you by Merch Candy, and you can head over to merchcandy.com/merchminds, and you'll get 2 free designs when you sign up.
Okay, we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.